Hello, why use a long option strategy for swing trading? It is one strategy among many others, and I particularly like long option swing trading strategy because it allows me to buy stocks at a lower price. Let's take an example of JNJ as of March 18, 2026 to analyze. And while we added, yesterday we analyzed L.L.Y. When we are looking at L.L.Y, this still line is long option line because it crossed multiple years. And I trade L.L.Y in 2024 using short option line swing trading strategy, and those lines there are short option lines following the upswing, the zigzag of the swings. If the swing is zig and zag, the zigzag side of the swings, I trade it there. So purchase it, we are looking at maximum daily chart here. Every single bar is a daily bar. I purchased it there, for instance, and sold the third day. So 2 bars here, and the third one. So arrows facing up where I purchased, arrows facing down where I sold. So I purchased it multiple times and sold it multiple times. We have the date on the x-axis from the past to the present, and we have the price on the y-axis from $0 up. So when we are looking at this, for instance, short option line is pretty much supporting upside of the swing. And when you are looking at the price, for instance, for this one is 727, the corresponding price for this bar, for instance, and following the chart and buying it along those short option lines compared to way to buy around this support line, and here is $500. So buying it around the long up trend line allows me to buy at a lower price than trading it along the short trend line following the chart where it's going. That is one reason. Another reason is when I'm trading it following short up trend line, those short up trend line at some point will end. But not knowing, because it's claiming a mountain, not knowing when it's going to be done claiming the mountain, necessarily the strategy I used to sell, I could use that to see if it's done claiming up as well. And it's just about comparing the previous cycle when it claimed the mountain up and then claimed down, see how long it claimed up, to compare it to what is doing right now, to see how long it did it before, and just estimate that it might do it for the same amount of time could help not stay in the trade too long. But from my previous experience, 2024 especially, buying along those short up to the line, even if this one, that is the one that is claiming up, is claiming up and is using as a supporting line, when it's down with it, I could get stranded in it. And in this example, it happened because I purchased it right there. It went up few times and then was done and climbed all the way down, and I stayed in the trade. 2024, August 2024, all the way 2025, most of 2025 I was negative until somewhere here November 2025 before I became positive again and I sold it in February 2026. So for the majority, for more than a year, I was negative in this purchase, the last purchase in 2024. Even though I did okay, because it was pretty much done with that support line. It was done climbing that mountain and pulled back, and I got stranded in it. So with that experience in mind, I decided to use long uptrend line passing by the valley, buy at the valley and sell it at the top of the mountain instead of buying a long as it's climbing the mountain. So that is the strategy that long uptrend long swing trading strategy is all about. Buy at the valley and sell it at the top of the mountain. Does not mean you are going to buy it exactly at the valley or exactly selling it at the top of the mountain, because you can continue climbing up for an extended period of time. Knowing in average how long it's going to continue climbing up so that you don't get out too early is a key as well. But I tend to use the landmark. Using maximum chart, you'll automatically specify where the highest price is, and then tracing uptrend line passing by the valley of the mountain, I can pick one that I feel like is most likely to come down to. And I noticed from previous experience that trend line that have 3 years may not necessarily be a valid line, because some of them, when I consider 3 years to be a good support line for some supporting line that are 3 years long, it will go below it. So for that reason, I'm hesitant highlighting this support line as the value line. I feel like it could well come down here, and this could be the value line for this one. But today we are going to analyze JNJ. And when we are looking at JNJ, is it a time for us to buy? The answer is no, because again, we want to buy at the valley line. Now chasing it, even though it pulled back from the top of the mountain here, it could well continue going up from there, but we don't want to buy it there. So therefore, I'm not even going to try to see the support line, because I could easily trace a support line here. Just connecting higher lows. Excuse me. A higher lows there. This low is higher. Is it? Yeah, it's higher than this one, which is higher than this one, which is higher than this one, which is higher than this one. So we have excuse me, a supporting line here that is pulling back to, but we are not going to do anything here. So again, because I don't know when it's going to be done, but I could figure it out. And for instance, but to do that, we are going to go to maximum monthly chart and look at the last time it touched base with this support line. It touched base with it somewhere here in 2020 and reached all-time highest price in 2022. In 2022. So 2 years, it climbed for 2 years and climbed down for what, 3 years. So, and now it's been going up since, in fact, it touched base with the support line in 2025. So 1 year. It started this cycle for 1 year. It did it before for 2 years. So with that in mind, you can decide that, oh, it pulled back a little bit, you can buy, because it could well continue this for about 2 years again. That's a possibility, but I just prefer to wait on it so that I can buy around the value line, because there is more profit to accumulate here. Here is the things though, as it's going up here, if it didn't reach all-time highest price yet, I could get in. I will pay higher price for it, because let's say, because this is the higher price here for the previous cycle. So let's say it has been going up, it was somewhere here. When I noticed it, that it left the valley line, I could buy it here because it has now reached all-time highest price within this new cycle. And I like to call the cycle touching the valley line, go all the way up and come back to the valley line. I like to call that whole thing one cycle. And when it started this one, it touched point twice here, but it didn't reach all-time highest price within both. So therefore, it's still within the new cycle. So the first touch point is what I will consider, and could well even be this one. And is somewhere in 2025, October 2025, that it exceeded the previous cycle peak. So, but because it exceeded that peak already, and it exceeded for a while now, I just prefer not to get in the trade. If I get in, it's going to be like short-term uptrend line that I'm going to be using. It's something that it cannot be done. I just prefer to wait on it because there are some other stocks on my watch list that I can focus on as well. But yeah, the long uptrend and swing trading strategy is just one good strategy among many other good ones, and it just works well with me because I purchased and sold stocks in the past before using 52 weeks low and 52 weeks high, buying it on 52 weeks low and selling it at 52 weeks high. But I didn't perfect that strategy well, and then I purchased some stocks that I have in my portfolio for years as well. So therefore, having prior buying and selling stocks experience, I'm trying to put what is good from those experience, investing and short-term investing strategy that I used in the past, and what is good with swing trading to create a swing trading strategy that is inclusive with those strategies, those tips from prior experience that I have when it comes to trading stocks. Pretty much is a complex swing trading strategy. It's not really swing trading strategy. It's not really position trading. It's not really investing, but it's a it's a combination of all three that I'm using when it comes to uptrend and swing trading strategy. And it works with growth stocks because I'm tracing uptrend. I'm tracing diagonal support lines, not horizontal support lines. So therefore, I think this strategy works well with growth stocks. And I like to trade growth stocks because it tells me that when it's coming down, it's going to stop somewhere and continue going up, and it's going to stop at a higher level compared to the previous time it touched point with that valley line. So there is still growth at the valley line and growth at the top of the mountain, if that makes sense, in the sense that it's making a higher mountain every time it's reaching all times highest peak, is making it higher and higher. That's why the highest all-time highest price is going to be closer to the present than far in the past. So it's showing me that there is still growth in this when I'm seeing growth at the valley and I'm seeing growth at the top of the mountain. So that strategy allows me to pull growth stocks out of the list of stocks that I pull out to create my watch list. The long uptrend and swing trading strategy allows me to pull growth stocks out of them to create my watch list with. And yeah, those are the reasons why I use long uptrend and swing trading strategy. So that when it's going down, I know that it's now going down lower than the previous time, but it's going to be higher than the previous time. There is growth on both sides of the chart. JNJ is not the time for me to buy it yet. And when we are looking at it here, assuming you purchase it around the valley line when it touch point with it at 140, right now is 238. So you pretty much almost, but the highest price was like 251. So 140 and 251 is more than 100 profit there within a year. If you purchase one share of JNJ at 140, sometimes in June 2025, and you sold it in 2026, pretty much at the beginning of 2026, when you reach that all-time highest price, you'll have made about $100 profits before paying, your brokerage fee and all that. But and before tax, of course, depending on what kind of brokerage account you are doing it in your Roth, or on if that's a brokerage account like I'm trading it in. So that is an example of that as well. I have JNJ, if I recall right, in a personal brokerage account that I purchased it some years ago. I don't even know when I purchased it, but it's still positive there. But I purchased it. It can be close to 9 years already. It's still positive there. I don't know where I purchased it, but for having that stocks for that long in the account, you will notice it that when it reached this area and I didn't sell it and it pulled back here, I didn't lock in this growth in, and that would be growing along this valley line when I don't sell it now and it pull back down. So it's not many shares. It could be like one share or so that I have there, or two shares, I'm not entirely sure, and it's still there. But it is among my swing trading stocks, and for that I like to buy at the valley line and sell it when it reach all-time highest price. So thank you so much for your time. We thank you very much for watching our videos. Thank you for all your time. We thank you very much for subscribing to our channel. I'm Afiavi Liberman, Growth of Liberman Consulting L.L.C. YouTube channel, and ninasub.com, our blog. On our channel and on our blog, we share different ways to save money and different ways to make money to reach your financial independence, where you do not depend on an employer to provide for your family. And swing trading is one way to make money. Just start small and grow your accounts from there. For more swing trading tips or swing trading videos in this series, will you please check the playlist How to Start Swing Trading Step by Step Using Long Uptrend in the description of this video. And we do have other swing trading related playlists in the description of this video as well. Thank you so much for your time. Happy swing trading.